Greetings, comrades. This is Andre Aguirre Jardin for another Magic the Gathering Foundation's Crack Pack. Hooray! Token comes out, land stays in. What do you got for a token? I don't know. Looks like a Sphinx. Alright. Mother Blight Priest. Let's try to adjust. Nope. That's a bit off. We're going to deal with it. High production quality, as always, right here. Mothering Blight Priest, 1 black, 2 colorless, for a 3/2 Vampire Cleric. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. This is the C- and a C in the life gain deck. Whatever, you pick these up, they're fine, you put them in your deck. Hopefully you're not going to play them. Apparently I have a foil campus guide in the back. We're not going to be picking that one either. Bushwhack, 1 green, sorcery. Choose one. Excuse me. That's not being edited out either. Search the library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle, or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Probably C+. Yeah, I think I'm going to be C+. The 2 modes are actually 2 modes you want to see in a card. It can help fix your mana, or your mana problems early on. And then it's fight spell later on when you get a big, nice, big fatty. Yeah, C+. Alright. Light Shell Duo. 1 blue, 3 colorless, for a 3/4 prowess. And when this creature enters Surveil 2, this was good in Bloomborough. I'm assuming it's going to be good here. Assuming you're going to like it in the red-blue spells deck. I also think the blue-black deck tends to have a few spells, and you'll want the Surveil, so see, you'll happily play it. Probably on Bushwhack over this right now. Cathar Commando is 1 white, 1 colorless for a 3/1 flash. And you can sacrifice it to disenchant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. B-, fantastic card. Flash, great power, attacks well. And the fact it has flash, if they have a little guy, that might send it in, and then you get to hit them for 3, and the disenchant is fantastic. So yeah, very happy with that. Courageous Goblin, 1 red, 1 colorless, for a 2/2 Goblin. When the creature attacks with you control creature's power 4 or greater, it gets +1/+0 and gains Manase until end of turn. This is probably C-, probably even C- in the power 4 or greater deck, but whatever, you'll play it, it's fine. You need to round out your curve. This Goblin will do that job for you. Alright, Witness Protection. 1 blue, enchantment or enchant creature. It loses all abilities and is a green white citizen creature token with base power toughness 1/1 named Legitimate Business Person. Shivan Dragon last night became a legitimate business person, which I feel is how Shivan Dragons would progress in today's world. But this is a D. Removal spells that leave behind a body in limited are not fantastic. The exception being last set's unable to scream because it gave it 0 power. The thing with Witness Protection leaving like a 1 power is I often get to team it up with another lesser, like, boring creature to, you know, kill something, or it just blocks the Cathar Commando, right? Like, so D, you can play it, like, absolutely. If you have no removal spells, this is probably better than nothing, but people get these and think this is fantastic, and it's not fantastic. Also, if they really have an unbeatable bomb you can't otherwise beat, like the new Marduk person from originally from Tarkir, you can slide this in to help with that too. Campus Guide. 2 colors for a 2/1 artifact creature golem. When it enters, you must search library for a basic land card, reveal it, and then put it on top. Same thing as last. Don't like my mana fixing to actually put the card on top. This is a D-. The fact you have to draw the card later is very, very detrimental to this. Probably fine in Seal. Like, I think that's a great plant for Seal, but for Limited, no. Alright, Good Fortune Unicorn. 1 green, 1 white, 1 colorless. For a 2/2, whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. This is a C. A lot of people are higher on this than me, but I just think this is a C. One of my biggest issues with it is in these decks you really want to curve out, so you go like 2-drop and Good Fortune Unicorn, and like neither of them have a +1/+1 counter on it. Good Fortune Unicorn's kind of mopey. So yeah, see, if you're in the green-white deck, you can certainly play it, but this wouldn't draw me into the green-white deck. Like, it's like you play this, you play 2-drop, you play this on turn 3, and then turn 4, it's like the green indestructible draw card spell for the +1/+1 counters doesn't even do anything yet. So, not super impressed with it, but you can play it, but I'm starting with the Cathar still. Mischievous Pup, 1 white, 2 colorless for a 3/1 flash. When this creature enters, return up to one other target permanent you control to its owner hand. Another C- card. Again, I already talked about 3/1 flash. This one can save something. You can just end of step run it out. And this really shows why something like Witness Protection is bad. Witness Protection, and the dog even like 3 turns later just saves it, right? So yeah, I'd consider this with the Cathar. Alright. Arbiter of Woe. It's a demon. It's 5/4. Additional cast. Sack creature flying. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 life. This is actually probably another B-. I'm going to put this in the consider pile. Because like that's a really good swing at 6, and if you're happy to just generally trade one of your worst dudes out for a card, absolutely, but card here. And if they discard a card that is gasoline for you, it's probably a very good card they have. But when you have this in your deck, be sure to keep some dumb creatures lying around for yourself. Alright. Johnny's Pride May. 1 white, 1 colorless for a 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Another B-. Think this is fantastic. Real great reason to go into the life gain deck, and like the floor on it's fine. The ceiling on it's very high. Even if you gain life once, you are thrilled with this. Turn 1 Healer's Hawk. Turn 2 this can be a terrifying matchup. Alright. E.T. Primal Storm. It's a 2 red and 4 colorless legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur, and when it attacks, sacks out the top card of each player's library. You may then cast those cards without playing those spells. So in this case, it's 2. This is obviously extremely powerful, but it's a B+. It doesn't get into the A range for me because it does have to stick around and live for a turn to do anything. But if it does, you are getting so much value from this. It's really hard to kill. If you have this, the dwarf that gives creatures haste gets a bump up in your pick order. Because playing this, giving it haste, because like if you can reliably give it haste, it becomes an A-. It just becomes fantastic. To note, it's play spell or cast spells, so you don't get the land. But yeah, B+. But don't think this is a ball. It is a very good card, but the fact your opponent has a turn to deal with it, it is chumpable. If they're far enough ahead, this isn't going to get you back into the game, and you do need to attack with it. Makes it a B+. And we've talked about Campus Guide, and I got a Plains. Alright, so from these, I'm taking Urtai Primal Storm. From all the Bs, I'm actually thinking I'm on a Johnny's Pride Mate. I think the upside with that is high. And this deck had some pretty decent white cards, so one of them might table. But we're taking Primal Storm, and then a Johnny's Pride Mate gets an honorable mention. Thank you, everybody. This is Andre Egidus Desjardins signing out.